All right, well, I'm not sure if you can see me, but I'm going to go for it. I'm making a quick little video because I'm playing at my desk because we still have power and internet, so I'm going to have a little play. And what I was doing is I was measuring out this idea. I saw this online and I figured I would alter it a little bit to meet my needs. But anyway, the lady was making these pillow box dies, and this is in the annual catalog. There's a pillow box dies on page 173. I did not buy the die. Instead, I went to visit a girlfriend and she had the die. So I went ahead and just cut a few out while I was visiting her so I could try this at another day when I get home. So today is that day. I have time. Anyway, so what I wanted to do is to use one sheet of cardstock, okay, and cut out 2 of these pillow box dies, cut them out, and have an extra strip to make the little, I'm trying to make a little candy box or a gift box. I'm going to show you what I was up to. So I tried to make, I'm just assuming that this is going to hold candy for Halloween, but really I'm going to decorate the table with them, and I'm going to probably make 2 of these, but let me show you what I was up to. So first, it's just an 8.5 inch by 11 sheet of cardstock. Okay, I've got black cardstock. I'm going to tell you how I cut it. I cut it ahead of time so I wouldn't blow it. Anyways, I'm going to tell you how I cut it. I'm going to tell you how I measured it so I have it on video so I can look back next year and do this again. Anyway, so this pillow box die, like I said, it's in the annual catalog. And I get my card sheet and I cut it first. I'm going to cut off from the long side, from the 11-inch side, I'm going to cut off this 2-inch strip, okay? You cut here first. So you keep that 2-inch strip because you need this for the box, okay? So you cut 2 inches. And then on this piece that you have left, you're going to go down and cut 4.5 inches and cut 4.5 inches. So you have 2 pieces that fit perfectly on the pillow box, okay? If you cut it too tight, you're going to miss an edge of your pillow box. It's not so pretty. So let's not cut it tight. I've got plenty of space on both sides of that to cut out that pillow box die, okay? So after I've cut out my 2-inch strip, cut that off, put this aside because I need it. Then I'm going to cut these 2 pieces of black rectangle. This one is 4.5, and what's left here is the 6.5 from the 8.5 cardstock. 6.5 by 4.5. I cut 2 of those, and then I have this extra strip at the bottom. This strip is also 2 inches thick, so don't throw this away. I can use this another time. But anyway, these are the 3 pieces you need for the box. So I run that pillow box die twice through these pieces, okay, through the 4.5 by 6.5 piece. So now I have 2 pillow box dies. I am not throwing this away because really I'm using these corners and scratch pieces to pop things up. So don't throw those scraps away. Just put that aside. Then I have the 2 pillow boxes and I have this strip. So obviously we're going to fold our pillow boxes, okay? I'm not folding this top piece, just this piece right in here. That's the only fold I want you to make, all right? Just one. And I'm going to do that on both of them, okay? Oops. And this one, the score line is not very deep, so I want to be very careful. I don't want a round pillow box. Okay. All right, so now I have these. Now, the inside, this piece here, I have my ruler out here next to me. See, if I didn't put that ribbon, I'd lose the ruler. Is about 2 1/8. Okay, that's the inside. So if I put these together, okay, you see what I'm making here is going to kind of look like a purse. If I did this, okay, the inside piece here is 2 1/8 across. All right, that's the part I don't want to mess up. I always make myself do 2 inches. If you did 2 inches, you'd have to cut a little of this off, trim a little bit of this, 1/8 of an inch off of that. I can't be bothered to do all the trimming, so I'm just going to go with the 2 1/8. So I'm going to take my 11-inch strip, and I'm going to show you the measurements. All right. You could take a screenshot if you want, but here's the measurements. So the 8.5 inch cardstock, cut off the 2 inch strip, then cut these 2 pieces at 4.5 by 6.5. Keep the strip, keep the scrap. On the 4-inch piece, I cut 2 of these for the pillow box, and on the large 11-inch strip, here's where you're going to score it, okay? You're going to go in 2 1/8 inch, okay? Because I'm making a box that's going to fit in here. 2 1/8 inch. 1/8 is just that 1/2 inch, okay, so you could find that on your trimmer. And then I'm going to add 3 1/4 to that, okay, 3 1/4. Did I add 3 1/4? I hope I did. Yes, I did, okay. So add 3 1/4 to that, and then another 2 because this is the front, and then another 2 1/8 for the side, and another 3 1/4. And what's going to happen is the end is going to leave me with a tiny little 1/4 inch for to put the glue, all right? So if I was running this along in my paper trimmer, okay, I'm going to, I added it up for myself just so I wouldn't be lost, okay? So the first one the first one goes, here's the 2-inch, and I'm going to pass the 2-inch to get to the 2 1/8. That's 2 of these little lines is 2 1/8. Okay, 1/8 is 2 of those little lines. If you get to 4 of those little lines, you're at the quarter. I don't want to go to the quarter, go to the 1/8. And you close it and you score it, right? But if I add 3 1/4 to that, that's going to take me to 1, 2, 3. That's going to take me to 5 3/8. Okay, so 3/8. I know it's math, but anyway, go to the 5 1/2. Okay, and you want, I don't want the 5 1/2. I want shy of 5 1/2. So you're going to go back 2 lines. Okay, so you're passing the quarter line, 5 1/4, and you go up 2 lines. Okay, so that's 5 3/8. All right, and these are very important measurements. If you don't measure it right, you don't get a box. Okay, so then I score that line, right? That's done. And then I'm adding 7. Okay, then I'm going to go, because in order for me to get another 3 1/4 in the next box, I need to cut it at 7 1/2. Not cut it, sorry, score it at 7 1/2. So your trimmer has an extra wing. You open up that wing, you go to the 7 1/2. Okay, that means I have a 2 1/8 here. I have 3 1/4 here. To get another 2 1/8 here, I would be having to land on the 7 1/2. Okay, I actually scored this earlier so I wouldn't mess it up. So at the 7 1/2, and then the next one is 10 3/4, right? Now remember, this was an 11-inch piece of paper. So if I go to 10 3/4, I don't know if you can see it if I'm still on the screen, but 10 3/4 is way over there, just a 1/4 inch before the 11-inch. Okay, 1/4 inch before the 11 is over. So when I score this, that's going to leave me with a 1/4 inch on the edge here. That's what I'm going to glue. Okay, so now you can see the box come together when I fold it. Look at that. Okay, that's how I'm gluing this box together. Now I did this at a friend's house. I did it in a white paper, so it was easier to see it in white. I know it's hard to see it in black, but I needed the black ones for a Halloween table. Okay, that's what I was up to today. I know. I'll tell you what, I did not buy this die, but I think I might need to go buy this die because it really is pretty and it can be used for so many other things other than the pillow box that they were invented for. I think they were invented to put a gift card in. That's what I thought, okay? But here's my gift card. Okay, the gift card doesn't fit in that. So then I thought, well, maybe it was meant for, like, you know, a gift, a small pair of earrings, one Hershey Kiss would fit in there. I don't know, but it's really tiny. So I saw some other ladies online who just put tear tape just on the curve right here and closed it, because then it does hold a gift card. If you only put tape on the curve, just a little bit right in here, a little here, then it does hold a gift card and you can use it like that. But I didn't really want that either. So it's not for my friend to waste that beautiful die that she bought because it's just sitting in the closet because she couldn't do it, couldn't figure nothing out. I saw this idea online and I'm copying it. All right, so now here's another part. Okay, so we got our little box out. We cut these out. We got our strip shaped into a box. This little piece right here where I'm going to put the tape, I'm going to show you how I put my tape. I'm going to bend this down. I'm going to fold this so that it reaches it, so I'm like folded in half. Okay, so this reaches the part where it should be taped. I'm going to put a little piece of tear tape here. You can just as easily use wet glue. If you use wet glue, you got to hold it. Okay, take some, you know what, I'm going to put the glue. Here's some glue. I'm going to put the glue right in there, just a little bit. I don't want it oozing out everywhere. I'm going to fold this right down on top of it. So now I know I have a square box. I can see glue oozing out already. Let me just hold that. So I'm going to hold that while I'm talking to you. Okay, so anyway, so now I'm holding this one, so it's drying. This, I want to put a hole in here. Okay, I'm going to use a punch, and I know Stampin' Up! Used to sell the 1-inch punch, 1-inch circle punch, and they don't have them anymore. You can use other things. You can use any other 1-inch shape that you have. I know they used to have a little mosaic punch that was about 1 inch, little decoration, and that's cute. You can use the little fish if you can get it in there and do that. That would be fun. They have a fish die, a fish punch right now. Let me see if I have it next to me. That would have been fun, but I didn't think of that until just a second. I'm sitting here looking at you. I'm grabbing my, oops, is this dry? Look. Never mind my nail polish. Pretend you don't see that. I'm gonna grab my fish punch just to try that, get that thought out of my head. Would it work? No, it wouldn't work. I can't use this one because I have to pass the big guy to get to the little guy. So no, that idea is off the table. All right, just a thought. But anyway, I have a different little circle punch. I also have this flower from a long time back that could also fit right here, just to give it an opening. So I don't have a plain opening here. I don't have a plain blank there. So I know, oh yes, I have a, pretend you don't see my contraband of a circle punch, okay? But what I did, in order to get that circle in the right place, if I did this, I prefer to cut them upside down so I can see where my circle is going, but I don't know if I'm even. I don't want to cross any lines. I don't want to put it in the wrong place. I want it to be even. So the trick was to punch a sticky note first. Put the sticky note where you want that circle to go, okay? I want it just a little bit from the line, a little bit from the decorations. I don't want it to be uneven, so I put the circle where I want my punch to be. Then I'm going to go in here, line up my punch to that circle, and punch that out, okay? So now I've got a perfect little circle hole there, okay? I'm going to save this circle for something else. This black circle can sit over there. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to reuse it. I'm going to do the other side, okay? So now I have it very close to the fold, not too far from each of those. And we're going to go in here, we're going to punch that circle again. Okay, so less worries, right? I don't have to worry that it's even or uneven. We're just going to leave all that over there. Okay, so now I have my circles punched. I have my fold, and we know this is going to go right here, okay? And we know this piece, this creates the box inside, okay? But I want to get this together in the easiest manner possible, okay? So the easiest way for me to do that, first I want to glue these two pieces together, okay? Let's do that. So get some glue out here. I'm only going to put glue on this side, okay? But see how this one, there's no card here, so avoid this section. So I'm going to put glue here. I'm going to avoid that section over there, put glue there, okay? And we're going to put these two pieces together. And when I have this folded, remember there was an outside that has a pretty little stitch to it and a little whatever. The inside is kind of plain. So I'm putting glue just on the bottom there, and I'm going to put those two pieces together. Okay, I make sure that looks pretty even. And because it's wet glue, you do have a little time. And by time, I mean you might have 3 seconds before that ain't gonna move anymore, okay? So you don't wanna play with it too much. And if you put too much glue, it's gonna seep out, so be careful with the amount of glue. You don't need more glue for more hold. You need just enough glue in the right places, and it does hold, okay? So that's in. Now this is the box that goes right here, okay? Isn't that sweet? Now there's lots of ways to make a box to put in there. But this strip of paper just meant I'm using up the waste from the cardstock that I've already cut to get 2 of these. I'm using the waste script here to get this little box in here, okay? And I could have used this to make other decorations or whatever, make things that pop out, or I can save that for something else. So here we go. This needs to glue into here, okay? Now if you look right at it, I'm going to open this one. I'm going to turn it down here. This side needs to glue right here, okay? Right up next to this edge. That's where we're gonna go, okay? And I'm trying to get it kind of even on both sides, not hanging off the edge, because see there's a little dent here, a little dent here. Try to line it up inside that dent. I know it's hard to see it on black cardstock, but we're gonna go right here, okay? You don't need too much glue, I promise it'll stay. He's not going anywhere. But we're gonna put that right in there. And I'm going to get my, don't actually touch the bottom, but I'm going to hold this up just to make sure I'm in the right position. Okay, and I think I'm a little off center, so I'm going to slide just a tiny bit. All right, so we're kind of centered there on both sides. This bottom comes up and I'm reaching the bottom, okay, and I'm just holding it because I used wet glue. Now you could just as easily use some tear tape. You can use your Stampin' Up Seal or Seal Plus. To me, the wet glue is friendly, okay? I make so many mistakes, and this gives me a minute, just gives me a few seconds to slide or change my mind. And I'm not wasting so much. This can make lots and lots of cards, where I find when I use my tear tape, I'm not making as many cards before I need a new tear tape. All right, so that one is in, and I fold this up, and this one is gonna go here. So basically all I'm gonna do now is add some glue to this side. No glue is in the bottom, nothing at all. I'm just gluing these 2 sides, okay? So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put some glue right here, okay? My box is bigger than this glue spot, so I know I'm in the right place. And I'm just gonna hold this in position so it's not lopsided, not really wonky here, okay? And we're just gluing that on. You can lay this down and press, okay? I'm just pressing a finger in the box, making my little purse kind of cute. All right. Now, this is September, and for those of you who ordered the paper pumpkin this month, you had gotten Halloween paper pumpkins, and I stopped ordering the Halloween paper pumpkins because every time I got them, I didn't use them, okay? My son is a little past that point. We don't do the trick-or-treating at our house, in our neighborhood, so I don't use them. And when I got them, they just sat there, and I hate to give them away, throw them away. I love them, I just don't need them. So this year, I could use them. This year, I could find a use for that. So I thought I'm gonna make this little box, and I'm gonna decorate my table with a few of these. And I'm going to use my paper pumpkin from a long time ago. Now I bought these cases, the Stampin' Up empty case, and then I saved the paper pumpkin from a long time ago. And I think I actually have more than one paper pumpkin stamp set. Like, you save the bits and pieces, but I saved the stamp set. So this is the stamp set that came with this particular set from 2019, the Bon Appetit. That's the stamp set. And then another year, I saved the stamp set, and I just put it together. So I have all the Halloween, well, not all. I have 2 Halloween sets in this one little case. And if I ever needed a Halloween stamp, I'm going to pull this out first, okay? Every year, they come up with something new. I think this year, they have a little ghost in it. It's such an adorable little ghost. But for now, I'm going to use what I have, okay? So I have this, and the bits and pieces that came with that kit back in 2019 were these little tiny signs. Could have been like a headstone. It came with little bits of ephemera, I don't know what they call it. Anyway, these little bones, make a cobweb bones. Came with these little guys here. It came with these little tiny signs, little orange sign. I think I have pulled a few of them out. Oh, okay, so this was all little bits that I saved from that kit. This is what I was showing my girlfriend, okay? You see the size of the pillow box? That's why she never used it, because this is what we expect when we order a pillow box die. I think I got this from Sizzix, okay, but this is old as well. And she thought that this pillow box was this big. Look at the difference in size, okay? I could cover the whole thing. Anyway, so this did not hold what she thought it was going to hold. But now, if we did this, oh man, how much could fit in there, okay? So imagine, yes, I can still get a gift card in there, okay? It's not exactly, my box, the 3 1/4, is not exactly a gift card size. Gift cards are, I think I would have cut that at 3 1/2 to get a gift card in there. But anyway, I don't have enough paper if I'm using my strip. But imagine the size of that and all the things that you could hold in that, okay? I could fit a lot of stuff into this box now. If I wanted to fill this with candy, yes, it's gonna hold candy and sit on the table. So they're cute, that's the idea. Anyway, so I'm gonna decorate this one with, maybe I can tie a tag to the handle. Maybe I can put a skeleton on there. Because it's a black box, I thought this this would be cute. And then I have this little orange. It's kind of like an orange foil that came with that. And I thought that would be fun, okay? But alternately, they have these little hands, and they have these little signs. I could put this little sign in here. It's just the orange is kind of pretty. I might put an orange bow, okay? I can go find some orange ribbon to tie on the handle. And I could decorate the front and the back, you know, make 2 different sides. But the idea is to decorate that into Halloween and then use these on my table. I'm having a dinner party in October, and I can put decorations on the table to make it kind of like a Halloween party. Oh, here's the other skeleton I pulled out. Anyway, and they also had these little, this was vellum, but the vellum to me, that kind of defeat the purpose. Maybe if it was behind him, I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and stamp these and put it together. I don't know how much time I've spent on this video so far. I think we're about 20 minutes in. I still have a little time, so let's do that. I'm gonna take out my gorgeous grape, because this looks like grape to me. And let's see, I hope he's not dried out. All right, let's do this. Oh, let's see. Oh, it says Bon Appetit. Oh, my purple grape is not really dry, but not really wet. That's about how I like my ink. Not super wet, not super dry. But this could afford to be re-inked. Okay. I love my dog, but dog hair is attracting attention. Okay, so this block has glue on it, so I can't see where my Bon Appetit had landed. I gotta clean the blocks. You can clean all that glue off with a little hand sanitizer. I just didn't clean this particular one. Sorry if my head gets in the way, but that's cute. What about if I did this one? Yeah, I didn't land on the paper. There's a unevenness about my scratch paper here. Yep. I'm just going to line that up to a line so I can see where I'm going. Tap, 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 get plenty of ink. Nope, I can't see where I'm going. Sometimes it's hard to tell, so I'm going to do it like this. This is the scratch that I didn't use, the extra piece of paper. Now I can see where he is. That's a maybe. Maybe I got it on there straight. And with photopolymer, I should have pulled out my foam mat, but I didn't pull it out, so we're just going to tat that on. Okay, it's kind of cute. I'm going to do a couple of those because I don't really know what I'm making. But I can definitely see an orange ribbon would look nice on that with the purple ink. Okay, I like that one. What do we got here? So Halloween comes by just once a year for one day, and I am the type that I don't want to spend a lot of money on that. I'd rather go buy the good chocolate. And then when nobody shows up to take the chocolate, I've got a freezer full of good chocolate. We are expecting a hurricane to pass by, not so much my neighborhood, but the neighborhoods west of me. And so I'm expecting that my power is going to go out. It's unfortunate. That's the way things work out. My power might go out. And if so, I will not have internet. And I'll be playing by flashlight. All right, so I got, oh, did I have another little Bon Appetit? I think I did. Let me just do one more of those since I got everybody out. We're waiting on Hurricane Ian to make a mess. And so far, I say about 6,500 are out of power in Palm Beach County. That's where I'm at. I'm in Palm Beach County, Florida. And for those of us who still have power, we're just going to enjoy what you have while you have it. All right, what if I tied this on to here? I'm guessing. Put this one here. Okay, this is what I don't like about the kits. Okay, if you look really close, where the kits, you know, you have to take these bits apart that come with the kit. And sometimes you'll have little ends. That little white end is going to annoy me to death. I hate the little white ends, so I'm going to take a brush and color them in. I know, it's a tiny little thing. If I had my marker out, I would use a marker, but since I had that ink is handy. You know what, it's going to take too long. We're going to dip that in. We're going to cover up the white edges, okay? That one little piece of white is just going to annoy me. It's like lint, you know, like lint would be annoying to some people. I'm going to get them somehow. Get rid of that spot. All right, I got them. No more white spot. Some of those kits are so adorable. And then I get them, and while I'm playing with them, the little bits where the kit comes apart, you know, like it's made on one sheet, perforated sheet, and the little tiny perforations are what is annoying me. Anyway, sometimes you see it, sometimes you don't, sometimes it bugs me. All right, I'm gonna find a little piece of orange ribbon. That's next on my list. And I have so much ribbon, so much ribbon. I'm over here, I don't know if you can see this box, but I'm not gonna move the camera. I'm just gonna dig through. I am digging. I have a bin, and in this great big bin I have Ziploc bags full of ribbons, and I'm gonna grab a in a little bag of ribbon that says yellow and orange. And let's see what kind of orange I have. Oh, believe it or not, I have a little bit of orange, okay? That's close enough orange. I think that's the only orange in this bag, so we're gonna go for that. I have another one that looks kind of peach, and I think I want more orange than peach, so we're gonna go with the orange. I don't have too many occasions that are gonna call for orange, so I don't mind using this up. I had a friend who was cleaning out her craft room, and she gave me plenty of orange ribbon. So let's see, what could I do? Okay, so if I come up with a pattern, let's just fake it right here. There's a little skull inside these bones, and if I did this here and this here, I would love to think this little sparkly orange one would be here. Okay, so he could go on. Would he show up better if I put him here? Because this shows up beautifully elsewhere. Something like that. All right, so I have orange. You know what else I have? I have black and white ribbon somewhere. Let me find where I did with my black and white ribbon. That would be handy right now. Oh, goodness, I found another piece of orange. I found another orange. I think I was using this for something, and I don't remember what I was using it for. But sometimes orange ribbon, I get them. This is what I'm looking for. Let me find some more of that. I have a whole roll of that guy somewhere, but where, I don't know. I have a big mess on my desk with all my things that all the projects that I've started and I haven't finished yet. So I'm looking. I'm not far from where you are. I'm looking right around here, thinking that I put that down somewhere. But where? Where did I put it? Okay, I'm looking for a black and white ribbon. Well, I don't find my black and white ribbon. I don't know where it is. It's here somewhere, but for the life of me, I cannot see it. It is here. I know I own it. All right, so that's a project to search for another day. It's in a little bag. Did I put it at the top? I didn't see it when I anyway, so we're just gonna go with what we have. So I'm gonna take this and I'm imagining a bow. In fact, I'm probably just gonna decorate the front of the box. So I'll have different choices of decoration. What if I did that? Okay. I could do that, and I could snip this end. This is one choice. Do I want the end to snip like this? Okay. So imagine that. All right. I didn't use all of the bits and pieces here because I can do a different decoration on the back with the Eat If You Dare. Oops. I'm just trying to clean up my mess so I can see where I'm going. All right, so I'm going to put my orange to the side here where I cannot find my black and white. Anyway, but if I had the black and white ribbon, I was thinking of putting a little bit like a bow here on the edge of the purse. This one wouldn't tie so well on this tiny bit of paper. Okay, I could fray this and add it underneath, but I think I have enough decoration on here to enjoy what I have so far. Okay, I want him just peeking a little bit off of that, come together. All right, let's glue that together. All right, so if I was going to glue that, see where this little tag is? He's just halfway under my guy. I'm going to get him there. So the bow would cover up this little hole, but not cover up his head. So we're going to keep that tag right about there. Okay, I'm going to glue that down. See, no white spots now. All right, so then this is going to end up here. These little bones are fragile, okay? Fragile pieces of paper. So glue dots would have been nice, but bigger than what I need for this project. This is going to be a table of adults, not children. So I don't expect anybody's going to play with it and take it apart. But this is kind of fun. Okay, that's adorable. Whoops, and I shook it, so now glue went everywhere, and it's okay. Whoops, I'm making it worse by moving it around. All right, so this glue will dry clear, but if you look at it, I'm making a little mess. All right, so that's there, and we're gonna put our little guy here. I have to be aware of where my bow is gonna land. I'm gonna put this guy in here. Yep, he cannot slide anymore. I was going to slide him back a little bit more, so we're going to slide him over. And Bon Appetit is in here. Yes, okay. Just a few dots of this glue. This glue is great. I really should use my tweezers to hold things because my hands are not doing me any favors today. All right, so we're going to put him right in here. It's almost like he's coming through a little door, but I wanted him some on the purple and some on the black so you could see him, okay? And that's cute. I think I like the little bit of foil on the orange. And this is going to be flat. I'm not trying to make it stick up. But I could make it stick up. You could put the dimensionals on it if you wanted to, but I don't really want to. Okay, I'm using my fingernail to scratch back the little perforated buttons that stick out. All right, and I put glue on the back. Yes, just drop that in there. That's cute. Okay, now the bow, to attach this bow, I am going to use some tear tape. And what I usually do is take my tear tape and I take off a piece, stick it to my finger. Okay? You don't need this much, but this is a big bow, so I grabbed a big piece. I'm going to make sure I'm happy with the bow. I'm making it nice and tight. Okay, so I want that bow to go there. I'm going to just put this tear tape right across the back of it. Now, alternately, if this ribbon was thinner, I would take the backing off the tear tape and make it match. Find a way to make it not show. You don't want that tear tape to show from the back to the front. All right, so that's it. Put that there. I'm quite happy with my little purse. Okay, so the same decoration I have here, I would put the same decoration on the back, okay? So I have this here. So you'd have a decoration with two sides because it's going to be on the table. The person sitting at the table can see it, but the person across from them can also enjoy that decoration. So you don't have to make all your purses exactly the same. You could make some of them a little different, so that the person sitting on the opposite side of the table gets to see a different decoration than the one they're looking at. Okay, I'm just putting a few dots, land where they may. This is not going to fall off. Squeeze that on there. And where he landed depended on the ribbon. Okay, so I'm going to need one more bow. Get that extra bow there. I'm just making a regular bow like you tie in your shoelaces. Nothing too fancy. You know, it's just, for me, it's relaxing to make crafts. You don't want to be frustrated making crafts. You want to just sit there and enjoy what you have. All right, that bow is quick. I'm making it tight because I don't want them to really come apart. All right, so we're gonna just cut this. Where's my scissors? Cut this like this. I'm gonna go that way. Okay, it doesn't matter which way you angle it. It's just you want them to be kind of even. All right, and I will get him in there. And I had one more Bon Appetit. All right, so I'm gonna put my scaly on first. Some of these look like they ripped on the way out when I was punching them out of the packaging, but it's not noticeable when you build your little package, when you put things together. All right, so he'll go here. Oops. His neckline has a little paper stuck to it. We're going to ignore it. And I'm going to put a little Bon Appetit on that one. A little bit of glue goes a long way. I don't want it to be crooked. Make it look more straight before the glue dries. This glue will dry clear, but as my paper is a matte black, you don't want too much glue all over the place because it's going to dry clear but shiny. All right, so I'm just going to tape this bow into there. And I've had fun making this one. I could just as easily use stamps and stamp a pattern to put on the front of this box. But since I have these scraps, I want to use them up. Don't buy those paper pumpkins and then let them sit there for ages. Buy them and use them. Do I want this to be the front, or do I want this to be the front? I think I like that front, so this will be the back. Either side works, it doesn't matter. I just think I like the way this folded, and this goes across. Okay, so I'm gonna, this is just tear tape, and I'm gonna put that on there. Very happy. All right, that's the video for today. Okay, so this piece goes on straight, but everything else can go wherever. That looks pretty cute. Okay, you don't have to close it. Imagine this is what you're filling with the candy. All right, pretend the candy is going in there. Now I'm going to show you how much this holds. These are my D blocks, my Stampin' Up! D blocks. Yeah. Now look how much that little pillow box would hold. That's a lot of stuff. Okay, you can get a third D block in there. See how much space I have in that? That's a lot. You can get a whole lot of chocolate into this one box. You get lots of different candies into that box. And that would make a nice table decoration for the holidays. Okay? I was just enjoying playing with that on my desk. I have one more. I'm going to put it together, so I'll have two of these that I cut out of the black, and then I'll probably go visit Bonnie again before my party and punch out a few more. All right? Have a nice day.